Hello and welcome. If you're new to my channel, welcome aboard. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for tuning in. I really, truly appreciate it. Today we are going to be talking about the full moon in Aries happening today, September 29th, here on the Eastern time, on East Coast time in the US. It happened just before 6 a.m. at 5:58 a.m. Of course, the energies for the full moon always last 3 days, the day before, the day of, the day after, and you can work your magic on any of these days. So let's talk a little bit about this full moon. First, I'm going to go ahead and get set up here and get ready, and I'll meet you back here in just a moment. Love and light, guys. Until just a moment from now. Okay, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dig into this full moon in Aries. There's a lot to talk about, but the first things I want to point out, there's four major things I want to point out about this full moon. If you see me looking down, these are just notes I've written down about this full moon so that I don't forget anything. The first thing is it's the final supermoon of 2023. And I can't even believe that 2023 is finally, or not finally, but is coming to an end already. Like we're already in October here. I don't know about you guys, but this year has gone super fast. Time has flown. So it is the last supermoon of the year. It is also the beginning of eclipse season. Starting with the next moon, we're going to the next new moon, which is the new moon in Libra. We're going to start coming into the eclipse season here. It is also the harvest moon. And the harvest moon traditionally is about getting ready for the winter. It's the harvest, when we're harvesting all the crops from the summer and everything like that. We already had one harvest moon, but this is what is known as the harvest moon, happening right after the fall equinox, which happened just a few days ago on the 23rd. So this is a time to prepare for the dark part of the year. This is a time to start to get ready for the winter here on in the northern hemisphere. Of course, if you're in the southern hemisphere, then it's spring for you guys. So it's time to get ready for the harvest. So, but based here in the northern hemisphere where I am at, we're getting ready to start harvesting, start putting away. We've already started harvesting. We're starting to prepare for the winter. We're starting to prepare for the dark half of the year. So with that said, that's what this is about. The last thing I want to note about this full moon is that this moon is going to be in an opposition with Mars, which is the ruling planet of Aries, which is what this Aries, the moon is in right now also. And it's also in opposition with the South Node, which is currently sitting in Libra. The South Node, for those of you who may not be familiar, the North Node and the South Node. The North Node is currently in Aries, and the South Node is currently in Libra. And what the North Node is the North Node is where you're going, what your purpose, where you're going in this lifetime, your purpose during this lifetime, what you need to achieve during this lifetime. Your South Node is where you have been already. Your South Node is the skills that you already come into this life with. Okay, so basically, astrologically, our South Node is where we've been. Our North Node is where we're going. So currently, that South Node of where we've been is currently sitting in the sign of Libra, and it's going to be in an opposition with the moon in Aries. What this can, I want to, the reason I'm bringing this up is because this can cause some friction. It's friction between your personal goals and friction between relationships. Personal goals is Aries. Aries is about the self, and relationships is Libra. Libra is all about relationships. Okay, so there's this conflict between the two, and in my opinion, when you have oppositions, it's not just about that there's this friction. It's about finding a way to find middle ground, okay, between the two extremes, the self in this case and the others, um, Aries and Libra. Okay, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Aries. Aries is an element of fire. It's a cardinal sign, and it's ruled by Mars. The colors for Aries are red also. Libra, which is where the sun is currently sitting, also the south node, is the element is air. The colors are pink and green. It's also a cardinal sign, and its ruler is Venus. Mars and Venus, divine feminine, divine masculine. So there is a balance here between these two. Okay, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, finding middle ground. However that is going to look for you. Okay, now this could be in a actual relationship, like a love relationship of your partner, your life partner, but this could also be about the self, your divine masculine and your divine feminine energies. We all have both. Okay, so this could be outward or it could be inward. So, yeah, that's all that we have really to talk about during this full moon. I'm going to go ahead and dig into the reading here in just a moment. You'll also be able to find timestamps if you want to skip over this part, which I've already gone through, and go on to the tarot. There will be timestamps below. One thing I did want to know, if you are working any magic during this full moon, which I think it's a great full moon to work magic around personal growth, um, of taking care of the self, which is Aries, and pampering the self is also very Libra, Venus. Okay, so taking care of yourself physically. Um, this is a good time for that. Any personal goals, any personal initiative. If there's something that you know that you've been putting off, or that you know you have to do, but you kind of didn't want to, this is a great time to manifest the drive to do that. With use the Aries Mars drive, they're very driven to get that out there. Any personal goals, anything like that. But you can also work for relationships. Again, there's that balance between the two. But yes, if you're going to work any magic, fire. The sign of Aries is this fire sign. Aries is also about new beginnings. So I just want to go ahead and throw that out there, because Aries is definitely about initiation, about taking action, about doing, about starting something new. They don't think, they don't wait. Aries is about go. Okay, they're not weighing their options. They're just going. Their focus is solely on getting things moving. They're very leadership oriented, as being the first cardinal sign, the first sign of the zodiac completely. So fire, burning, anything that you want to burn, or any works that you're doing, burning them would be a good way to get rid of them. And since Libra is an air sign, you can also throw them out into the air, since this is a full moon and we're working with both energies. So there is that. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the tarot. As usual, I will be using one oracle deck and two tarot decks. The first tarot deck will be the general reading, and then the second deck if I need to do any clarifications or if we get any other information. Also, since I haven't mentioned it before, happy birthday to my Libras out there, myself included. I know we have a couple other Libra viewers out there too. Happy birthday to you guys. All right. Our angels and spirit guides, please tell us what we need to know about the energies of this full moon in Aries, what it's going to mean to us, any messages that you have for our viewers. Let's see what we're... Time for a nap. Not very Aries energy at all. Thinker. Again, these are not very Aries energies, but they are Libra energies. Clean it up. Underneath the deck, you have message in a bottle. Now, the energy for when I show the underneath of the deck, the energy of the bottom of the deck is kind of like the the underlying energies. What's lying beneath the energies, okay? So there's some kind of message underneath all this that's coming through that you may have to think on. You're going to have to take some action with this clean it up here, but the energy I'm picking up here is this message, whatever this message, underlying message here that's coming through or has come through. It could be either way. You need to sit on it for a minute. Think about it. Don't just jump. Don't do the Aries, just jump. Use that Libra energy before you act, before you jump in, before you take action. Think about it. Sit back and think about it. So there is that energy about coming through. So I wanted to go ahead and get that out there, and let's see what else we have coming through. My dog Memphis is in here with me. So if you see him moving around, that's him in the background. Let's see what else we have here. The Queen of Cups, the Judgment card, the King of Cups. Very interesting. The King and Queen of Cups. The Ten of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Wow. Lots of queens and kings here. The Eight of Cups, the Magician, and the Death card. And then underneath you have the Sun. The energies I'm picking up on here are a little... There's a couple messages that are coming through. Okay, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Since this is a general reading, there could be pieces of the message that are meant for you and pieces of the message that are meant for others. So keep that in mind. But there are several messages that are coming through. I'm going to start here at the beginning. For some of you, there's some kind of love relationship that you need to use your judgment on. There's this feeling of an ending and a new beginning around a relationship. For some of you, it could be that a relationship is coming to an end and a new one is beginning, or it could just be that a new relationship is coming in. And this does feel like a love relationship, so again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But there is, I do need to get that out there. There's some kind of divine feminine, masculine, either coming together or falling apart. Um, yeah, there's endings and beginnings here for sure. You have the Ten of Cups and the Death card here, both about endings and new beginnings. You have the Magician, which is about new beginnings. And the Eight of Cups about walking away. So some of you are going to be walking away from a relationship. This could be a love relationship, but then again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. It could be a relationship. It's an important relationship. It could be a parent, a sibling, a very, very close friend, anything like that. It's an important relationship. That's all I can say here. It's not like acquaintances. This is something important. This is an integral relationship, whether it be love or not, that is either coming into a new cycle, like the relationship is changing, the dynamics of the relationship could be changing, or this relationship could just be coming to an end completely. So there is that. There's also something coming in. There's something coming in here. Something you've been calling for, something you've been working on, and this is something about you. This is very Libra energy, even though the Queen of Pentacles is more about, it's more Taurus energy to me, okay? But Venus rules Taurus and rules um, Libra too. And I'm picking up some Libra vibes from this Queen of Pentacles, about the Libra vibes of self-care, of indulging, of taking care of yourself in the physical, okay? That could be like a spa day, or getting your hair done and nail done, or it could be actually, something health-wise that you need to take care of. But this feels more like pampering. This feels more like the pampering vibe. And it's something you've been calling on to and it's manifesting. It could be money. It could be a vacation is coming through. Something. Let's get more clarification. Can you clarify, please, Spirit? Clarification on the Queen of Pentacles, please. The Queen of Pentacles. Can we get clarification on the Queen of Pentacles, please? Okay. Interesting. Clarification is the Page of Pentacles. So, this is something, definitely something along the physical realm. Let's see what else comes up. The Ace of Cups, new emotional beginning, Knight of Pentacles, the Star. Okay. Yeah. Underneath you have the Three of Pentacles. This is something you've been working on. Something is coming into fruition. Something is being created. Something you are creating, because you are the magician in this. And it has to do with the physical world. Something that's going to make you feel pampered, taken care of. So there's that. Now let's see what else. Is there any other messages or guidance for our viewers? Anything else they need to know? Anything else that, Spirit, that you want to share with us? Get these cards here flipped over. Okay. Anything else, please? Anything else? The Ten of Swords. Endings again. The Moon. And the High Priest, which is the Hierophant. Okay. For some of you out there, without a doubt, this is about a relationship coming to an end. So take that as you will. I hope that's good news. But if it's not, it all will be at the end. Remember that. I like to think that everything happens for a reason. So my camera died. But anyway, it was time for me to say goodbye anyway. Thank you so much for tuning in. Loving light, guys. Until next time. Bye bye.